Hey guys, welcome to this week's Connecting with the Ogham video. So there's going to be a little bit more explanation for this as we go forward. Okay, so this week we are looking at Beech, which is written as Phagos or Phagos or Phagos, or depending on the pronunciation. So that's the first thing. Phagos feels more correct to me, but there we go. So that's the first thing. The second thing is that from here on out we're actually looking at more modern Ogham, and I assume these have been added at a later date. And they're in the Woodfield book, and I was sort of initially hesitant about whether to proceed with Ogham that I do not have in my Ogham staves from Spirit of Old. So I don't have an Ogham stave to show you. I do have a piece of this wood, but I'm under strict instructions from the Morrigan not to be sharing that, as it's a very personal one, so I'm not going to. But I decided we are going to do the extra ones, just because we're living in a modern age, and particularly with this tree, I didn't want to exclude it. It's been very important to me in recent times, and that will come into the Ogham diary at the end, I imagine. But I definitely wanted to do Beech, and I was like, well, if I'm going to do Beech, I might as well include the more modern ones. So that's the second thing. The third thing, I'm going to take the Woodfield book for a second, is that this is the symbol given for Beech, as you can see in the Woodfield book, and this symbol is given for the honeysuckle. I have seen these two used reversed. I have seen this one used as Beech and this one used as honeysuckle, and it seems to be completely split down the middle as to which one is being used. I've gone with the Woodfield version because I looked at the meanings of the trees themselves, and this crossing, this entwining, feels more like a honeysuckle entwine. So, and this, as we were talking a minute, feels more like the imagery of Phagos, of Beech. So that's the final thing. So I am aware of all of those things. Meaning of this Ogham is given as examining the past to understand the present. In reverse is considered to be repeating past mistakes. Obviously, I don't have the Ogham within my divination set, so there we go. Tree lore. The beech can grow up to 120 feet and has low branches with glossy leaves. Beech nuts were used as a food source, and the oil was used for cooking and to make soap. Beech forests were used in Europe for grazing pigs who ate the tree nuts. The tree's hard wood has been used to make furniture and hand tools. The bark and leaves were used to cure skin ailments and scabs. Magic, seeking wisdom from the ancestors. From the goddess tree we have Tree of Learning, the tree of the whole year round. Associations, Mercury, Saturn, Earth, Air, Knowledge, Learning, Understanding, Sustenance, Preservation, the colour light blue. From the Green Man Tree Oracle, Beech signifies crossing thresholds. Crossing thresholds is a way of moving from one state of being to another, but they can be frightening places, confronting us with uncertainty and change. Being creatures of habit, it is easier for us to stay in the known and the familiar, yet if we refuse to confront what lies beyond the threshold, we can remain in a stagnant condition. What is on the other side may be actively enticing you into a new experience, a lesson that will help you develop your skills. Beech can also signify the death or the end of something. Now this is why I went with this one, for the sort of cycle nature. It also stands for the change that arises through realization. Since its gift is the relevance of experience, Beech suggests that you should cross the threshold that is challenging you to gain experience from the unknown, seek revelation, and increase your knowledge. Some magical uses of Beech include carving the words of a wish onto a beech stick, helping make your wish come true. Bury it, the stick that is, to make it manifest as it decays and is reabsorbed by Mother Earth. Beech wands are used to open communications with spirits and or the divine. From Wisdom of Trees, Jane Gifford's Lesson of the Beech. Year in, year out, the beech reminds us of the importance of learning and the need to preserve our knowledge in writing for the benefit of generations to come. Just as lovers carve their names into the trunk of the beech so their love can grow with the tree, so must we continue to record our wisdom and understanding for future benefit. Rooted in the knowledge of ancients and sustained by the idea of the present, we will continue to reach for the stars. So that's why I have stars here and roots there, as well as the ancestral things. So we're going to move through the whole picture. So we've got the ancestral, wisdom and threshold as generalised meanings. So this is ribbons tied up around the top of the beech tree, and this is a personal thing. When I was living in Canterbury, there was a tree, and people tied ribbons around the tree whenever they lost somebody. And I've seen that used as well in celebration of years of marriage or celebration of anniversaries, that every year they tie a ribbon around the tree. So the fact that this sort of transcends time, learning from the ancestors, learning from the past, sort of celebrating past things that lead us to realisation in the future and the present. So I like the ribbon idea. So, and then I have spirals around the bend just for the life, death and rebirth, the cycles, that sort of thing. Two sort of beech leaf representations, a heart with A and Z. So I put A and Z because it's the beginning and the end of all things. So that love into the beech tree that will help love grow, and then A and Z for the beginning and the end. This is supposed to look a little bit like an Ouija board, as well as having ABC, which could be, you know, letters, writing down, learning to read and write. A little door down the bottom, thresholds, new beginnings. Books, quite obviously, and the books are actually all linked into the roots. So writing things down, knowledge, pursuit of knowledge, but also knowledge from our roots, knowledge from our ancestors. And then we have some steps, sort of a pathway forwards, that threshold idea that we talked about. So I just wanted to cover those few things about the Ogham. I am aware that it may be a more modern Ogham, but I am also thinking that it's an important tree for me, and so I'm going to include it and include a couple of the other newer ones as well. Many blessings.